Human relationships can be a source of immense joy or unimaginable pain. The people in your life influence your thoughts, habits, and even your sense of identity. Sometimes we hold on to relationships because we've been conditioned to believe that certain bonds, like family or lifelong friends, are unbreakable. But here's the cold truth. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. Some are toxic, draining, or outright destructive to your well-being. This video dives into the 11 unmistakable signs that it's time to cut ties, even if it means severing relationships with family or close friends. Let's be clear, this is not about being ruthless or unkind. It's about self-preservation, peace, and living authentically. As we go through these signs, you may find yourself reflecting on certain people in your life. That's okay. It's all part of understanding what you deserve and how to protect your mental and emotional health. So buckle up. This isn't going to be one of those fluffy, just be nice videos. It's about real talk and actionable insights. If you're ready to reclaim your energy and live your truth, let's get started. Sign 1. They constantly disrespect your boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your peace and sanity. They're not about being selfish, they're about self-respect. Yet, there are people who seem to treat your boundaries as optional. Picture this. You've told a family member that you're not comfortable discussing a certain topic, but they bring it up every single time. Or maybe you've set clear work-life boundaries, and a friend keeps guilt-tripping you into ditching your responsibilities to hang out. If someone repeatedly ignores your boundaries after you've communicated them, it's a sign they don't respect you. And if they don't respect you, they don't deserve a place in your life. Sign 2. They drain your energy every time you interact. We've all met someone who makes us feel like we've run a marathon after spending an hour with them. These are the people who thrive on drama, negativity, or constant complaining. Ask yourself this: do you feel lighter and happier after being around this person? Or do you feel exhausted, emotionally depleted, or even resentful? Life is hard enough without carrying someone else's emotional baggage all the time. It's okay to distance yourself from those who turn every conversation into a therapy session for themselves. Sign 3. They use you as their emotional punching bag. Some people are only in your life to offload their frustrations. They'll lash out at you when they're stressed, angry, or unhappy, and then justify it by saying, "I'm just having a bad day." Here's the problem. You are not their therapist, nor are you their emotional punching bag. If someone habitually projects their negativity onto you and never takes responsibility for their actions, it's a major red flag. You deserve relationships where mutual support and kindness are the norm, not relationships where you're constantly bracing yourself for the next emotional blow. Sign 4. They manipulate you with guilt or obligation. After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me? Sound familiar? Manipulative people love playing the guilt card, especially when they sense you're trying to establish independence. Family members often wield guilt like a weapon. Maybe it's a parent who reminds you of all the sacrifices they made for you, or a friend who constantly brings up past favors. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, not on keeping score or making you feel like you owe someone your time, energy, or loyalty. Sign 5. They don't celebrate your wins. One of the simplest joys in life is sharing your successes with people who genuinely care about you. But what happens when those people respond with indifference or worse, jealousy? If someone in your life downplays your achievements, shifts the focus back to themselves, or makes you feel guilty for succeeding, they're not rooting for you. True friends and family cheer for you when you win, not sulk in the corner. Sign 6. They encourage toxic behaviors. Real friends and family push you to be your best self. Toxic people, on the other hand, are often the ones who encourage destructive habits. Maybe it's the friend who convinces you to drink excessively even though you're trying to cut back, or a family member who normalizes unhealthy coping mechanisms like overeating or holding grudges. These individuals may not even realize the harm they're causing, but that doesn't make their influence any less damaging. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth, not regression. Sign 7. They're only around when they need something. Let's talk about one-sided relationships, the kind where you're always the giver and they're always the taker. Do they only call when they need a favor? Are they mysteriously absent when you're going through a tough time, but expect you to drop everything when they're in trouble? Relationships should be reciprocal. If someone only values you for what you can do for them, it's time to reevaluate their place in your life. Sign 8. They undermine your confidence. A healthy relationship builds you up. An unhealthy one tears you down. Pay attention to people who constantly criticize you, make passive-aggressive comments, or belittle your dreams. Over time, this can erode your self-esteem and leave you doubting your worth. Remember, constructive criticism is different from outright negativity. If someone's words consistently make you feel small, it's a sign they don't have your best interests at heart. Sign 9. They refuse to take accountability. Have you ever confronted someone about their hurtful behavior only for them to flip the script and make it your fault? Toxic individuals often refuse to take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they gaslight you, deflect blame, or play the victim. Accountability is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. If someone can't own up to their mistakes, it's nearly impossible to build trust with them. Sign 10. They sabotage your personal growth. Some people fear your growth because it highlights their stagnation. They may try to hold you back, whether by discouraging your goals, sabotaging your efforts, or making you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. These individuals often disguise their sabotage as concern. For example, a friend might say, "Are you sure you can handle that promotion? You've been so stressed lately." Or a family member might guilt trip you for moving to a new city to pursue your dreams. True supporters will encourage your evolution, even if it means losing some of the comfort they get from your current dynamic. Sign 11. Your gut tells you something isn't right. Let's not underestimate the power of intuition. If you constantly feel uneasy, anxious, or drained around someone, that's your gut sending you a message. Sometimes the logical reasons to cut ties aren't immediately clear, but your subconscious often picks up on red flags that your conscious mind hasn't fully processed yet. Trust your instincts. They're often more accurate than you realize. Keep in mind that deciding to cut ties is one thing, actually doing it is another. Here are some tips to help you navigate this difficult process. Be clear and direct. When ending a relationship, honesty is the best policy. You don't need to be cruel, but you do need to be firm. Set boundaries. Let them know what kind of contact, if any, you're willing to have moving forward. Focus on your why. Remember that this decision is about protecting your peace and well-being. Ending contact with someone you care about, especially a family member or close friend, is never easy, but sometimes it's necessary. You deserve relationships that uplift you, respect your boundaries, and support your growth. Keep this in mind. Cutting ties isn't about giving up on people. It's about giving yourself permission to thrive. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the other person is to walk away. As you reflect on these 11 signs, be honest with yourself about who truly deserves a place in your life. The goal isn't perfection, it's peace, and that's worth everything. Let me know in the comments if you ever had to cut someone off in order for you to live a more peaceful life. I would like to hear the story, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next one.